the course offerings tonight, and while I will go over what we're actually offering, I will not be describing each class and the differences between them. We have many resources on our school website, and your students have access to Schoology as well with the same resources. In addition, as Mr. Bowie mentioned, last week we had a course info fair where students were able to attend sessions where teachers who teach the class actually give them sort of like the download on what the class is like and what to expect and what kind of students are successful in those courses, okay? All right, so for English, all 10th graders will take world literature. Sorry, there's no choice there. For 11th graders, they have American Literature Honors, Voices of Modern Culture, or VMC, or British Literature. In the 12th grade, they have the same options minus American Literature Honors, but as another option, they have the choice of taking AP Literature. For history, all 10th graders will take World History. That will be their first year of taking history. And then the 11th grade, that's when they start having choices. They can either take College Prep US History or AP US History. In the 12th grade, they have two options as well. College Prep Gov and Econ, or AP US Gov and AP Micro Econ. And a common question we get from students is, can I take AP Gov and then just regular Econ? No. The AP courses go hand in hand, so if they take AP Gov, they have to take AP Econ. For science, in the 10th grade, they have more choices, right? In 9th grade, they're forced to take biology. But in the 10th grade, they can take chemistry or chemistry honors, AP Physics 1, or just regular physics, and science or society. In the 11th or 12th grade, you have the same options, but in addition to those, you also have the option of AP Chemistry, AP Physics C, AP Bio, and Physiology. Okay, now let's talk math. Now, for those of you who have gone through this process before, this is consistent with years past. Currently, your student is unable to choose their next math class. That is because their current math teacher has input the recommended class for them in Infinite Campus based on their performance from first semester, okay? So we want students to think on that recommendation, and of course they can change it. The time to change it would be in April during the course verification process. One more time. The recommended course is in Infinite Campus by their current math teacher. They will be able to change that recommended course in April during the course verification process, okay? Okay, so speaking of math, here are our math pathways. I kind of want to go through this so you know what the options are and why your teacher might have recommended your student to take whatever course they recommended. Algebra 1 prepares students for geometry, okay? I'm going on the left green path right here. Geometry prepares students for Algebra 2. After Algebra 2, they have the choice of applications of math or pre-calculus. If your student plans to major in something STEM related, then we recommend they take the pre-calculus route. If they are not going down a STEM related path, applications of advanced math is a legitimate course, okay? It's a very good course. Either way, that leads to AP statistics. If your student is in Geometry Enrich, that prepares them for Algebra 2 Trig. Then Algebra 2 Trig prepares them for Pre-Calc Honors. You'll notice that it says Pre-Calc Honors / Calculus A. In all of our course offerings, you will see that the course is just called Pre-Calc Honors. But as a teacher of this former class, it actually contains Calculus A as well. Why? Because students who complete Pre-Calc Honors are eligible to take Calculus BC. The expectation there is that students already know Calculus A. And for those of you who are interested, we teach limits and differentiation in Pre-Calc Honors, okay? Students are allowed, though, to take AP Calculus AB if they feel like the pace is a little too fast. And of course, that all leads to AP Statistics. During this time, students can take Java, Intro to Java that is, or AP Computer Science A concurrently with any math class they want, but we do recommend that they refer to that recommendations for advancement to see if they're sort of prepared to take those courses. A few important notes here on the side. There are alternate paths here, so students who are in this green path can jump over to the blue path, but we do recommend that they talk to their teacher so that they can kind of run through what the expectations are in that blue path, okay? In addition, students on the blue path, if they find their current course a little too difficult, they're more than welcome to jump back over to the green path, okay? But importantly here, see that exclamation point? Skipping levels is not recommended. And summer study is not considered sufficient preparation for a high-level math class, okay? So with that in mind, I do want to go over some frequently asked questions around math. So, can my student accelerate in math by taking a summer course? We do not recommend students do this, as external courses are usually shorter, so they don't match our courses in terms of content and rigor, okay? So if they do that, they risk not knowing certain skills or ideas that will help them in the next math class. That being said, if they do choose to do this, we do ask that students take a UC-approved course, okay? This will ensure that the content that they are studying aligns with California math standards, which are the ones that we follow here at Cupertino, okay? In addition, that will allow them to self-report the course on their college applications, so that colleges see they haven't skipped a course, okay? Make sure as well, if your student is going to do this, that they indicate the math class that they do want to take on that April course verification form, okay? Meaning, let's say your student is in Algebra 1, they're going to accelerate by taking geometry over the summer. That means in April, they do need to indicate that they're taking Algebra 2 next year. Make sense? Okay? All right. Do we need to submit a transcript to show completion and move on to the next sequential course? We don't require it. Based on our experience, students finish the course, okay? It's in their best interest to do so as well, because then they will be prepared for the next course in sequence when they come back after the summer. And in addition, they'll be able to, again, once self-report the course on their college applications, okay? So make sure they finish it if they're gonna do it. Can my student self-study and accelerate in math? We do not recommend this, okay? Even if you log on to Khan Academy and go through a whole year of Algebra 2, we do not recommend this. Because the experience of a teacher, the established content of a course, there's no way to match that on your own, all right? And plus, it's in their best interest to take a UC-approved course. I've said this 2 times, right? That way they can self-report it on their college applications. Please note too that some colleges, like the UC system, Universities of California, actually require a specific math course, geometry. Now, don't be alarmed. I know some of your students have already taken geometry in middle school. That's okay. As long as they have taken it sometime in middle school or high school, they will be eligible to apply for UCs. Okay? One note too, because I saw a lot of 9th grade parent hands. If your student is currently in Algebra 1 and they're passing the class, you should have received an email yesterday or today from the district for an opportunity to take our district summer intensive geometry program in order to take Algebra 2 next year. I highly recommend it. I've taught the class myself. It is a very legitimate course that prepares students for Algebra 2, okay? Finally, can we change our math class if my student finds the next course at Cupertino to be too difficult? We can't guarantee that. When your students make their selections this spring, we build a school-wide master schedule based on those selections. So we can't guarantee them a space in a different class if they find their math class too difficult. That's very important to note, okay? In a situation like this, your student has an option to drop the class then, if they want to, by specific deadlines, and they can talk to their counselor about those deadlines. Okay, moving on from math. PE, we have 3 options here. Remember, 20 credits are required, so PE 10 through 12. PE total fitness, and PE weight training. Note here that after the 9th grade year, students can earn 5 credits for successful completion of any sport, including cheer and marching band. Okay, and then the selective electives, noted by the 2 asterisks right there. World language, we offer 5 levels for 3 languages, Chinese, French, and Spanish. We're unfortunately phasing out Japanese, so next year we only have Japanese 3, 4, and AP. Visual and performing arts, we have 3 main categories, music, visual arts, and theater. In music, we have band, choir, orchestra, and music genesis. In visual arts, we have art, ceramics, and 3D sculpture and design. And finally, for theater arts, we have drama and advanced drama honors. For applied academics, we have 5 categories here. For business, we have principles of business, which is the prerequisite for international business and law. For computer science, we have Intro to Java and AP Computer Science A. For culinary, we have Culinary Arts 1 through 2. Engineering, we have Intro to Engineering and Alternate Energy. And we also offer Journalism and Yearbook, but those are selection-based classes. So if your student is interested in taking those, they will not be able to sign up for those currently. They will apply, and once they make it, we will add it to their schedule. And it can be a 7-period class. There are some additional electives. Students who are presidents and vice presidents of their classes, along with various associated student body, I think that's what ASB stands for, positions, will be in the leadership class. Student tutors for our support programs like AVID, Terra Nova, Guided Studies. Both of those are selection-based courses, so once again, they can't choose those right now, they have to go out for them. Finally, teacher assistant, lab assistant, student clerk, those can't be added until the next school year. Once they know when their open period is, and if the teacher they want to help needs help during that period, then they can add it, okay? And finally, a note on unscheduled periods. Ms. Ferris mentioned we offer 7 periods a day, but we guarantee 6 classes. Your student can opt for an unscheduled 6th or 7th. If your student is involved in an after-school sport, we suggest that they choose an unscheduled 7th period. That way they minimize the amount of class time they miss for away games, practices during 7th period. Okay, this is my last slide here. We also have career technical education and dual enrollment courses on campus and at our other 4 school sites in our district. They're hands-on, career-focused learning opportunities, again, offered at all 5 sites. The 2 that are offered here at Cupertino is our Law 2 program. Students who have taken our law class are eligible for that law pathway. We also have a transitions to college class, which goes through the process of like, hey, choosing a major, what it's like to, function after high school, right? And you can view the CTE cross-site chart on this presentation when I post it tomorrow morning. If your student is interested in taking one of those courses, have them go see their counselor, especially if it's one that's off-site, because they'll need travel time to go to the other school site, right? So we have to finagle their schedule a little bit to make that work. Okay, and I'm gonna pass it off to Ms. Emmert, who will go over the course selection instructions.